A sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete idea. In this chapter, we will explore what makes up a sentence, focusing on simple sentences with a single independent clause. We will also look at how sentences can be expanded using different parts of speech. In English, a clause usually consists of a subject and a predicate. The subject is a noun or pronoun, while the predicate contains a verb or verb phrase. A complete sentence must have at least one independent clause, which expresses a complete thought. Independent clauses can stand alone as sentences. For example, I refuse, the wind blows, dogs bark, bees sting, cats meow. Each of these sentences has a subject and a predicate, forming a complete thought. A dependent clause cannot stand alone and needs an independent clause to form a complete thought. Dependent clauses often begin with subordinating conjunctions or relative pronouns, such as whenever I travel or whom we met on the plane. Dependent clauses require independent clauses to form complete sentences. For example, whenever I travel, I like to stay in fancy hotels. We struck up a great conversation with a person whom we met on the plane. Verb phrases allow us to add more information to a sentence, answering questions like why, what, when, where, how much, and who. For example, I refuse can become I refuse to eat, and further, I refuse to eat that awful food. We can expand basic sentences by adding information that answers specific questions. For example, the wind blows in the north. Where? The train leaves at night. When? Electricity costs a lot. How much? Bees sting people. Who? Sentences can be made even longer by adding more information. For example, electricity costs a lot during the day in most countries. This answers how much, when, and where all in one sentence. We can provide even more detail by adding adjectives, adverbs, and prepositional phrases. Adjectives describe nouns, adverbs describe verbs, adjectives or other adverbs, and prepositional phrases can act as either adjectives or adverbs. For example, solar-powered electricity rarely costs much during the day. Here, solar-powered is an adjective describing electricity, rarely is an adverb describing costs, and during the day is a prepositional phrase describing when. The word much can function as an adverb, pronoun, or determiner depending on the sentence. For example, cold wind from the Atlantic Ocean blows in at night. Here, cold and from the Atlantic Ocean both modify the subject wind.